Welcome to the explainer. Okay, let's just get right into it. We're all drowning in AI news, right? But there's this huge gap between hearing about it and actually knowing what to do with it. Today, we're going to close that gap. We're going to walk through a really simple way to turn all that noise into a real, actual advantage for you. And this quote, man, it just nails the feeling, doesn't it? That feeling of standing on the edge of something massive. You know it's coming. You can't predict exactly how it'll play out, but you also know that just sitting there, frozen in panic, is not the answer. That's where so many of us are with AI right now. So let's give that feeling a name. It's the inevitable arrival. It's that anxiety, that sense of being completely stuck between all the hype and the scary headlines. But here's the thing. Being paralyzed isn't a strategy. I love this analogy. Thinking about AI is a lot like preparing for a baby. You have no idea what every single day is going to look like. You can't know all the details, but you know your life is about to change forever. So what do? You don't just wait around. You get ready. You start getting the tools you need because you know it's inevitable. And the crazy thing is, all the information to help you get ready is already out there. I mean, it is everywhere. It's on TikTok, it's on YouTube, it's in a dozen newsletters you probably already subscribe to. So if you feel like you're behind, it's probably not an information problem. It's a first step problem. The barrier isn't access. It's just starting. But just looking at stuff isn't going to cut it. And that leads us to the biggest, most important mindset shift we're going to talk about today. It's this move from passively learning to actively doing. Okay, so look at the two sides here. On the left, that's the comfort zone, right? Passive learning. We're reading, we're watching. It feels productive, but we're basically just sitting on the sidelines. Now look at the right. Active use. This is where the magic happens. This is about asking hard questions, challenging the way things are done, and actually using AI as a tool to get answers. And this is the real light bulb moment. The point of all this is not to do AI. Who cares about that? The point is to build a better, smarter business, a better, smarter career. AI just happens to be the most powerful tool we've ever had to get there. It's the means, not the end. So how do you actually start using this thing? Well, here's the most practical, simple first step I've ever heard. Stop thinking about AI as some crazy complex technology and just start thinking of it as your own personal consultant. Seriously, you do not need to be a prompt engineer. Forget that term. This is just about conversation. Use it like a sounding board. Ask it the exact same tough questions you would pay a super expensive consultant thousands of dollars to answer. Let's start with a real pain point. You know you have one. Every business, every job has that one process that just feels clunky. Maybe it's how you file reports or how you onboard a new customer. You know the one. Go to an AI and just ask it, why does this feel so clunky? And then you can dig in a little deeper. What's the real bottleneck here? Are you waiting for someone's approval? Is it just endless manual data entry? Ask it straight up. What is actually slowing this process down? You're using it to spot the problems that have become invisible because you're just so used to them. Okay, now for the game changer. This is the big one. Don't ask for a tiny improvement. Ask for something radical. What would this look like if it were twice as fast? A question like that forces you out of that small thinking box and makes you imagine a completely new way of doing things. Ready to start asking those questions? Here's a quick list of tools to try. You've got the big ones like ChatGPT and Gemini, and others like Claude and Perplexity. Honestly, don't get paralyzed trying to pick the perfect one. The tool matters way less than just starting the conversation. Just pick one and ask that first question. So you've started asking questions. What happens next? This is where you find the real leverage. Because all that questioning, all that cleaning up of your old, messy processes, that is what creates incredible speed. And this isn't something you do alone. You start by asking the AI that tough question. But that's just the spark. You take that spark, those insights, and you bring them to your team, the people who actually do the work. They have the real-world context. They fill in the blanks the AI can't see. And then together, you build a smarter process. It all comes back to this amazing idea. The cleanup is the leverage. It's not really about just tidying up. By forcing yourself to bring clarity to those clunky parts of your business, You gain the power, the leverage, to move way faster and way smarter. Clarity is speed. And what you're really doing here is building an escape hatch. An escape from the most dangerous phrase in any business. Well, that's just the way we've always done it. That process that drives you crazy. Maybe it isn't broken. Maybe it's just never been truly challenged before. So this whole thing, it really boils down to a pretty simple personal choice. It's about how you decide to invest your two most precious resources, your time and your money. So let's just put this choice into perspective. On one side, you've got something like a Netflix subscription. It costs a few bucks, its purpose is entertainment, it's a passive activity, and the return you get is relaxation. Totally fine. But on the other side, you have an AI subscription. Also costs a few bucks, but its purpose is evolution. It's an active tool for creation, and its return, well, that's a potential ROI. And that leaves us with the final question. Look, nobody is saying you should cancel Netflix. This is about being conscious of the balance. One service helps you unwind and consume. The other helps you build and evolve. One entertains you. The other could literally change your career, your business, your life. So the question is simple. How are you going to split the balance?